Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop Opinions because KATSEYE Plagiarized ÆSPA.
When I went on her page and seen her pictures, I said, "Oh, jump scare."
One, Aespa and Katseye's fans are fighting. It all started when Aespa's fans accused Katseye's gnarly MV teaser of plagiarizing a scene from drama, simply because they had black outfits and a red carpet. Like y'all are beyond help. We're copywriting red carpets now? I dare you to find me one group that hasn't used this aesthetic before. I'll wait. Red aesthetics are the most generic staple in the industry. Aespa did not invent it, yet here we are in a full-blown fan war. With Katseye's fans reposting all of Aespa's past plagiarism scandals, and Mai's going as far as making racist remarks about Manon, saying she's not black because her mother is white. Manon saw the comments and clapped back on Wevers, posting a picture of a white woman and sarcastically saying, "This is what I look like according to Twitter." She also responded to people dragging her for wearing braids, which is about time. For months now, she has been getting torn apart by Twitter idiots trying to strip her of her blackness because she's mixed.
Ooh.
They're even saying she shouldn't wear braids because she's a celebrity. Oh really? Where's that
What?
energy for
What?
Zendaya? She's mixed.
Can you imagine the internet?
Telling what hair to wear? What?
Oh,
Wow.
oh gosh.
The audacity of some people.
And wears braids proudly, and nobody bats an eye. Y'all are
It's like, let me come. Oh, all the K-pop idols, y'all shouldn't have your hair long because y'all men.
too comfortable being racist online. Aespa's fans even trashed Lara, who was already getting hate and accused of throwing shade at Aespa because she asked fans on Wevers which song they'd like to hear her cover. One song she mentioned was Drama, the same song Aespa's fans accused KATSEYE of plagiarizing, and fans swore Lara was shading Aespa. They even took a screenshot of Lara thanking fans for their response to the gnarly MV teaser and twisted it into her thanking fans for attacking Aespa to defend KATSEYE. It's truly sick. Notice how Aespa's fans targeted the only two women of color in KATSEYE. Yeah, the pattern's obvious. This isn't to say KATSEYE's fans are saints. I see you out there embarrassing yourselves.
You know what? We haven't seen anybody talk about the Blackpink hack. I hope she touches on it, because if she doesn't touch on it, then what the fuck is going on? Nobody's gonna talk about how Blackpink got hacked?
Oh yeah, you showed me.
Yeah, Spotify Blackpink got hacked.
I would think that would be new.
Lisa, Jenny, I think got hacked. Why is nobody
Yeah.
talking about it? But maybe she will talk about it.
Being just as hateful as Aespa stands. Heck, even
feel
some
like that would be
KATSEYE
the
fans are
title.
dragging Manon for braiding her hair. All this just proves the plagiarism
No, I bring that up because I feel like when it comes to Blackpink, we just brush everything just under the rug. Under the rug.
accusations are a means to an end. Fans just wanted a fan war. 2. SM tried to sabotage BTS back in 2014. Back when BTS were still baby rookies, they
She's
dropped
laid
that wild
with the
reality
tea,
show
god
American
damn.
Hustle
This
Life,
is old
where they
stuff.
trained under real hip-hop mentors in LA. One of those mentors, songwriter Nate Waka, just revealed in a recent interview that SM Entertainment tried to snake him off the show by dangling a collab with EXO, who were dominating charts at the time. According to him, SM straight up dismissed BTS as a filler group, like some disposable flop act not worth their time. Cue the internet losing it, dragging SM for trying to sabotage BTS's come up, which honestly just adds another layer to the group's now legendary underdog narrative. We all know companies sabotaging each other by gatekeeping producers and gigs is an open secret, but SM trying to undercut BTS when they were still Nugu? Wild. EXO were already dominating. Why bother crushing ants when you're sitting on a throne? SM's pettiness reeks of insecurity. The fact that they tried to stop Nate from working
I think they saw it as a threat, and that's why they tried to do it.
We dragged them already. I
Yeah,
dragged
we
them.
talked about this. Is all old. I don't know why we talk about this
with
today.
BTS while calling them filler flops is hilarious. If they think BTS are nobodies, why sabotage them? Like I said before, we'll never understand
True.
SM.
Why would you
3.
expend
YG
the
spot
energy?
There you go. Thank you.
I feel like they should have been leading one. Like,
It
dang.
should have, but at least we're talking about it.
Spotify accounts have been hacked. Blackpink's profile image was replaced with a photo from Kiss of Life's racist birthday party, and the hacker even added links to the trainee videos where Blackpink said the N-word. They also changed Blackpink's bio to include the slur. Treasure and Baby Monster were also
Because
hacked.
it seemed
with
as though they didn't see what was happening, so they're like, here.
So they were like, "You gonna find out."
Yeah. Make
'Cause-
sure you see it.
They thought that, oh, we're just gonna ignore it, sweep it under the rug, and everybody's gonna forget about it. And somebody said, "No, we're not gonna forget about it. We're gonna remind you," and that's what happened. So next time, before you sweep it under the rug, think again.
Their pages were fixed within an hour. Racism aside, this isn't just a YG problem. Artists' Spotify profiles are getting hijacked daily. AI-generated scams, stolen royalties, fake bios, cloned voices, and Spotify still hasn't shown any real urgency to fix it. How is a billion-dollar streaming platform letting randoms rewrite bios, leak fake content and impersonate artists with zero safeguards? Hackers walk through Spotify's defenses like it's an open house, while AI grifters mimic legit artists with no oversight. It's straight-up negligence. 4. Let's talk
But that aside, I don't know, first of all, why we talk about Spotify. We should focus on Blackpink here.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think it could be potentially the leaker. If, that leaker was working for YG, technically, I don't think they would know the passwords per se, but they would maybe have access to the emails or know the emails to recover the password. So, you know, if they were able to successfully recover the password and change the password, well, that's what you get. So I think if that YG leaker allegedly really worked for YG, I think that could be him or her.
Talk about the Taeyeon concert drama. She's currently on an Asian tour, but her 2 concerts in Japan were cancelled 2 days before the first show. SM's excuse? Failed delivery of equipment. Let that sink in. A multi-billion-dollar company with months to plan somehow forgot to ship speakers, or lights, or whatever magical equipment they're blaming? Pathetic. SM's half-baked statement is just lazy. We tried alternatives but couldn't proceed. Yeah, sure. No backup plans? No contingency? Just a middle finger to fans who booked flights, hotels, and drained savings for this. Taeyeon apologized to fans, saying, I hate that it's come to this. My concert was stolen from me. Imagine grinding for months, rehearsing and perfecting set lists only to have SM's incompetence torch it all. I feel for the fans.
Wow.
Yeah, we're seeing that these K-pop labels, they're just...
Do you know how much
bunch of
money
amateurs.
it takes to put together a concert to blow it at the end? Do they even make money from the concert now at this point too?
Well, no, this is all a loss.
Yeah.
Maybe this is some sort of tax fraud going on. They're just, you know, spending money to spend money to money laundering. I don't know. Cause
we don't know. Allegedly, I don't know.
no, cause it's legit. Maybe they're laundering money through this. Cause that's how
We
you
don't know
launder
that.
money.
We don't know that.
We don't know that. That's what I'm saying. Maybe.
Okay. Because like they said, the laws in South Korea.
We are not in South Korea. We are in the free world.
Mm.
Yeah, cause that's
They
how.
will send a letter.
Keep sending them. That's how it works in money laundering and construction, for example. You basically just pour money in, buy shit, send invoices, and you never finish the projects. You're just a money pit hole, but you launder the money. Maybe they just, you know, needed to launder some. Oh yeah, we're going to do this concert, but concert never happens.
But Taeyeon's the victim here, not just of logistical failure, but of a company that treats its idols like ATM machines, not humans. Fans didn't buy SM's flimsy fairy tale either. Her fan union released an official demand for transparency, compensation, and a real apology, and Taeyeon shared those demands on her Instagram. She seriously can't catch a break. She knows the drill. SM's history of botched tours, delayed comebacks, and artist neglect is legendary. They haven't even refunded people for their tickets yet, which is the bare minimum. But I guess you can't spell embarrassment without SM. With this and Taeyeon revealing she didn't participate in the SM town concerts. Because SM forgot to prepare her stage, she's most likely not renewing. And that's why they're sabotaging her, which is a weird choice. The arm twisting didn't stop Wendy, Taemin, Tiffany, and half of EXO from...
I do see, you know, when you guys sometimes say that, oh, the label sabotaged the group or whatever. I can see why you can think that the label is sabotage. Like, come on, this is such a rookie. It's unacceptable. Like, there's no reasonable explanation for this. There's no, you can't, no excuse. You can't excuse. This is just complete gross mismanagement. And honestly, if this happened to New Jeans, I think this would be the tipping stone in the lawsuit. I think she could sue SM for this. This is bad.
Because to me, it doesn't seem like she is treated as like an artist that they want to keep or maintain relationship with.
This is bad. It's unacceptable.
Leaving.
That happened too with Coco Jones. She went on the Breakfast Club, and the label didn't even send the radio company her CD to listen to her music, to talk about her music.
It's crazy.
And they called out her label, and then she, you know, as an artist signed to a label, she stood by the label, say, no, I like my team, they got my back. But she has to say those things in order to continue being on the good sides with the label.
Yeah.
Here, it seems like, you know, she just doesn't have to renew. It's the end of the contract, so they kind of like forget about it. What's the point?
Unacceptable.
Understand SM5. Meow are coming back with their first mini album on May 12th, but first they're dropping the pre-release single Hands Up. The moment I heard it was an EP, I knew they'd pull a Somi, repackaging their past singles with a couple new ones and calling it a full release. And yep, I was right. The tracklist includes Toxic, Body and Meow. So we're basically only getting 3 new songs, pretty on brand for the Black label. What's really baffling though, the teasers. Looking at the photos, you'd think this was a magazine or CF shoot, not concept pictures for a comeback. They've dragged this minimalist model aesthetic so far into the mud it's laughable. Even Blackpink had top-tier teasers. Meanwhile, Meow just gave us the most stale, boring face card photos of the year. 6. Unpretty Rapstar is...
I mean, I guess
New generations are getting lazy. Some are, you know, they actually put in some work.
you're right. We've been talking that Gen Z is lazy, but that aside, I don't know. Maybe in K-pop, like it's very important. You know, those teasers to me, like couldn't care less what kind of pictures they take before they release the album. If the music is good, it's good. If it's not, I'm not gonna listen to it. So I
For
really don't
me,
care.
I can be so excited for a song to drop. I loop the teaser several times.
No, I get them, but like she's dragging the pictures that the pictures are stale, which I agree. The pictures are stale, basic. But
Because they sell these too. These are like the cards.
right, but I wouldn't buy the cards to begin with, so
No, but there's people who do, and this
But
is
then
how basic
those
it
people
is.
will buy it because they just.
No, these are
I think they'll
basic.
still
This is
buy it.
like
They'll
this
still
is
buy
like
it.
a normal. This is
No, these
nothing
are basic
unique.
pictures. These basic pictures, but I don't know. Like, what do you want them to do? Cartwheels?
I mean, make it a little bit more unique.
I don't know. To me, it's about music, not about pictures.
Well, if that's part of the culture, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. If it's like
'Cause
very
I can,
important, I
just
guess.
put yourself in the shoes of the person who's buying those things. They should
I
get
can't.
something, but you
can't put
should
myself in
if you
those
want to
shoes.
consider like if you look if as something is basic or
I
not.
don't imagine ever buying pictures. If I want pictures, I get a
I
printer and print
remember
it.
back in the day, when you get a CD and you open up the CD, it's like an unusual. It's like a
I know.
poster.
Yeah.
And it's special to that CD. Or if you put the CD inside a computer, you get like even more personal photos that are not accessible to everyone else.
But that was back then when you didn't have an internet and or printer.
Yeah, but
Now
like
you have
no,
internet and printer.
even in the internet, these are pictures that are not available for the public.
But
This
we literally see these pictures.
No, I know. But to have this as a physical content, at least make it look extra nice and something special to have.
I understand it, you know.
know?
To me, I guess what would be the comp is the Panini like cards, the soccer cards. Like when the World Cup happens, they have Panini cards for every team. There's a player card. Or like a sticker. I don't remember. When I was a kid, I was collecting that. I could see, from that. It's a collectible. I get it.
Don't give a basic photo that you could have on a free magazine.
If it's about collectible, then it's about having it. It's not about what it is. So it can be
the collectible gotta look cool. Like what the hell?
It just has to be rare, and to get it if it's collectible. So
but it shouldn't look basic.
Whatever. Let's move on.
Is getting a reboot after 9 years. If you're unfamiliar, Unpretty Rapstar was basically Mnet's all.
No, like the Panini cards. I'm telling you, they're basing I think it's a sticker, it's not cards, but it's a basic person. Like they take the photo for the team.
Yeah, but
it's
even the material, it can be like a hologram or something special.
Basic
no,
stickers,
I'm talking about in general.
Oh.
Those cards, it can be like a special material. Those people should complain too if it's not a special material to prove that it's authentic.
You can complain about anything you want.
Yeah, of course.
Girl rap battle show.
Customer.
It ran like a legit competition with real judges, hosts, and set challenges. Many well-known Korean rappers took part, including Cheetah, Jessie, and Soyeon. Even vocalists like Hylan competed. But the new reboot flips the script this time. Instead of crowning one winner like the original seasons, they've turned it into a survival show aimed at debuting a full-on hip-hop group. Trainees are expected to write, produce, and even handle choreography.
There's gonna be a bunch of ugly girls. Is that what we're doing?
And anyone
it didn't
over
look like it. They showed the photos.
Yeah, but the name Unpretty.
It reminded me a little bit of TLC.
13 can audition. That kinda begs the question. Are we getting skilled rappers or just a bunch of underage teens talk singing in deep voices? And why are they still calling it Unpretty Rapstar? If the show itself is calling its contestants ugly, what are the haters online gonna say? 7.
That's what
Let's
I'm
talk about Sserafim's first concerts of their world tour. I've been watching the fan cams and the girls crushed it. Huge improvement vocally and energy-wise. Chai especially delivered her best performances yet.
Man, this
Chai
is causing
won
a
and
lot of
Yeonjun 8th of
commotion for
vocal.
everybody.
What, the Sserafim?
Yeah.
Oh.
But then again, if people can drag them, they can also give them their praises.
Yeah, they should get the praise when they're doing well.
It's rare to see that.
Because the drag was big, so and we drag them a little bit too, so we're giving them their praises too whenever they do
Because I was
well.
shocked.
Yeah.
And Kazuha was so magnetic. We got new choreo, new arrangements, and nothing felt like filler. Sserafim are a performance group and this concert showed that perfectly. Sakura's crowd interactions were adorable. She was waving to fans she recognized from fan calls, singing along even during her members' lines and just visibly having fun. That kind of energy naturally spreads to the audience. And that's what concerts are all about. It didn't feel overly rehearsed or robotic. It felt real and that's what made it hit. 8. Red Velvet's Wendy has signed with ASND. This is the same label that signed Fromis 9 after they left Hybe. ASND is following a similar strategy to Big Planet Made, who signed veterans like VV's and Taeyeon. This is a smart move for a new company. These idols are past the building a fandom phase, so the company can focus purely on music and promotion since fans are already wallet ready. That's way easier than debuting a Nugu act and praying it goes viral. Of course these companies will eventually need original acts to sustain themselves, since established names take a bigger profit cut. What I also love about ASND is that they know how to work a budget. Just look at Wendy's and Fromis 9's profile pics, simple but creative. The staff clearly gets how to make a polished product without overspending. ANSD has impressed me so far. When they first signed Fromis 9, I was skeptical. It's a completely new company with no track record, and Fromis 9 were their
Ooh, I
first
like these
artists.
skirts.
But so
They
far
look
they're
so
doing great.
nice.
The girls are having a comeback in June. One member landed a variety show. They're going to fashion events along Wendy. They'll be performing at Waterbomb in July, and their social media accounts have been reopened. Except YouTube, where they've made a new
Waterbomb.
channel. Still,
We've seen the water one. I think we've seen Treasure there. It's a cool event.
It's the outside.
Yeah, they pour the water guns.
ANSD is doing their job. Fromis 9's biggest issue has always been that they were never a priority, whether it was Stone Music, Off the Record, or Hybe. There were always bigger groups soaking up the investment and attention. Now that they're with ANSD, who only have them to focus on, they're finally getting the spotlight. 9. Kiki just dropped an MV for their B-side Groundwork from their debut EP. And while Starship hasn't confirmed it, I'm fully convinced this was originally meant to be the title track instead of Been That Girl. The evidence is all there.
Really?
Their pre-debut teasers were experimental and weird, full of that quirky avant-garde energy that made them stand out. But when the actual debut came, the distinctiveness got noticeably toned down. It's obvious Starship pivoted after seeing fan reactions to their highlight medley, where Been That Girl got more immediate attention, so they played it safe
Yeah.
and made that the title track instead. But just look at Groundwork's MV, the production quality, the cinematography, the sheer scale of it all screams title track. Now let's review the song. It's the most promising track on Kiki's EP. If you squint past its
Really?
identity crisis, the song's experimental bones are there, jagged synths, off-kilter rhythms, and a vibe that screams,
For me, it's the worst track of the album.
we're not like the other girls. But
The
it's
music video though was good.
Very nice. You
Yeah.
can tell they spent the budget on
Yes,
it.
the music
That
video.
it could have been like a leading track.
The music video definitely impressive, but the song itself is it's hot fire trash.
experimentation without
fire.
melody?
Hot
That's
fire
just grating.
trash.
The chorus is literally just the word groundwork stretched out and chanted with vocal effects. It's clearly aiming for edgy. Think scraping nails down a chalkboard chic. But my ears checked out by the second loop. Compare it to SM's second-gen experimentation, where those discographies welded weirdness to irresistible pop craftsmanship. They had hooks, unlike a lot of K-pop's current experimental wave, which seems to confuse chaos with innovation. The MV was campy with great editing and CGI, but strip away the visuals and the song collapses.
Yes, it did collapse.
Yeah, and I think it should be focused on the song first, the
Yeah,
music video.
I think this at the end of the day, it's we listening to music, not watching music videos.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.